Right now, the ceasefire has been extended through Wednesday. That makes it possible now for desperately needed fuel and supplies to enter the Gaza Strip. Scripps News visual investigations correspondent Jake Godin documents the large-scale humanitarian crisis unfolding there.
With up to 80% of the population now displaced, the war in Gaza is quickly becoming one of the world's worst humanitarian disasters. Israel's Gaza offensive has forced as many as 1.8 million Palestinians to flee their homes and find shelter elsewhere in the Gaza Strip, according to the United Nations. That's virtually everyone who lives there. Shelters in southern and central Gaza are so crowded that conditions are visible from space. Using imagery from Planet Labs, Scripps News has found more than 80 sites in southern and central Gaza housing displaced people. Some of the largest concentrations of displaced people are at 3 locations: a UN-run college and the Nasser Hospital, both in Khan Yunis, and a large UN complex near the Egyptian border. This video from the Associated Press shows the central yard of the UN college on October 19th. A month later, the same area seen in imagery from Planet shows that it has been filled with tents and temporary structures, indicating a surge in displaced people fleeing the fighting in the north. The vast majority of facilities housing displaced people in Gaza are schools, and they're overwhelmed and overcrowded. According to the United Nations, the average number of displaced people per shelter has surpassed 9,000. That's more than 4 times the intended capacity. On average, a shelter here is only designed to handle 2,000 people. This kind of overcrowding, combined with the loss of basic necessities, including functioning health and sanitation systems, is adding to the dire humanitarian concerns.
We need 200 aid trucks a day, continuously, for 2 months at least, to meet the needs. We need even more fuel so we can operate the services and sectors we support, like water desalination, sewage, hospitals, bakeries, and UNRWA services and communications. The aid going in at the moment is just a drop in the ocean of humanitarian needs.
So far, the pause in fighting between Hamas and the Israel Defense Forces has allowed some aid into the areas of Gaza that desperately need it. But with nearly the entire population of Gaza forced out of their homes, the needs of civilians in the region are only expected to grow. Jake Godin, Scripps News, Washington.